It's 1:43. I just got done with a visit with my son Weston, and I just wanted to give a little update here live for the record. Everything I've been documenting on the original One Heather GEE Instagram page that was removed shortly after Weston's birth, along with all of the other things in sequence, crazy making activity, the campaign I labeled myself as the gift of fear, the breaking and entering into my home, just as it's been documented and reported from Airbnb reports and numerous third parties, all of it continues. Everything had stopped completely after Weston's birth. As you guys all know, DCFS stole my child directly from the womb at 3 days old, stating that I need to complete a series of various requirements before they would return him to me. I have been completing all of those and attending each and every single court date since that took place. And if you would like to be part of my legal team, please let me know, because my lawyer is a very niche lawyer, but she is not going for the jugular in the way I'd like her to. I want justice from everything I've gone through, right? So not just this with Weston, but everything leading up to this, beginning in 2015, when, for the record, I was a medical office administrator for rheumatology and endocrinology at Northwestern Hospital. I quit that job shortly after having my daughter Alexis, and became an office manager at an eye doctor, Infinity Optical. And I was the office manager there. So I have hundreds and hundreds of doctors who have been working shoulder to shoulder with me. My job at Northwestern was not a fly-by-night operation. I was there for years, many years, working shoulder to shoulder 40 to 60 hours a week with my doctors. While I was there, I was also responsible for diabetic education and several other things. And when I left my job in healthcare in 2015, that is the exact same time I began being extorted by David Shepard, brought in and manipulated as a go-between in the Dylan Smith Y12173 case with Wayne Jakowski as the state's attorney, who is the state's attorney responsible for public corruption division. This has been an ongoing sequence that I have been verbally vocalizing, proving is taking place, showing in video and photo proof, documented evidence for 10 years. 10 years. In 2016, this went in front of internal affairs in the city of Chicago. In 2017, I was told David Shepard lost his job following an internal affairs decision. My lawyer at the time was Nick Albuquerque. Everything that took place from that time all the way through was, as I refer to it, dog walking. And I'm not a dog. I'm a human. There's a lot of manipulation. There's been a lot of extortion. There have been a lot of behaviors that are just not acceptable. And when Weston was, I've been documenting it this entire time here on YouTube, on the One Heather GEE, on all of the Instagram accounts. I'm going to refrain from giving all of their names to those accounts, because I have all of the videos there, and I don't want to give opportunity for people to remove them or take them down or destroy them. So I do have additional to my main account, and then I have another account, One Heather GEE, that was removed Easter Sunday. Xavier and I were at church. I went to St. James Church every single Sunday for about 6 months while I was living in the downtown area, in a homeless shelter. And my thing about this is that no one ever decided that it was acceptable, or the terms were acceptable to begin with. And the original judge said that Weston would be home in 72 hours. I broadcast that live on my YouTube and went to the next court date, and the new judge said, Heather, you're not allowed to discuss the details of your son's case on social media. So I haven't been documenting anymore. I have my own personal documentation, but as far as going live and sharing with you guys all of the corruptions, I haven't been sharing, but they've been taking place. Please believe they've been taking place. I work full time, 7 days a week. I have been working full time since I don't remember how long ago, about 14 months ago. Even after Weston was born, Xavier and I were still denied housing. We were accepted into family shelter under the terms that Weston would be there with us, and then transferred to Tremont, which is another downtown shelter. And it's since been closed down. We were there for about 2 months, and they told us we would be getting a house large enough for my other 3 children. Vivi, Lewis, Alexis, and Weston are my 4 kids. Weston didn't exist before he was just born, obviously. So in my previous videos, you'll hear me say I have 3 children. Now I have 4. So not to be confused, but we were supposed to be getting a house, and we were supposed to be assisted through all of these programs. I waited so long, you guys, for this assistance. You have absolutely no idea. And then the Section 8 waiting list is 25 years long. I'm not a person who is dependent upon this type of assistance. I can very easily go out and start my own business and make money. The problem is my cell phone continues to be tampered with. So I don't have any reach. I don't have any ability to get out of this box where they've been keeping me. And with me not being permitted to share all of the day-to-day corruptions, it's very, 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 very difficult, if not impossible, to continue living in reality. When I wake up in the morning, it's like they have a third party nefariously broadcasting their voice through Xavier's body is the best way I could describe it. He starts speaking the most abusive, wild things that you could ever imagine. Xavier is not like that. Xavier is a very, cool, laid back person, and so am I, so we get along historically, and it's just been a very, very, very difficult time. As I said, I've not missed a single visit with my son, but we're 18 months in, and I have been given 3 different service plans with return home dates, and he's still not here. And I'm not allowed to come on here and say, hey, can you guys recommend a family lawyer because X, Y, and Z, and accept free advice from my following? That doesn't make sense to me. This is the United States of America, and my constitutional amendments continue to be violated. Like, I don't know how much longer it's going to be before anyone decides that they can use their voice to showcase what's going on here, because I am boxed in, you guys. And I've been telling you about this boxing since 17 or 18. I don't know what to do. I just keep on showing up. I would like to talk about all of the corruptions. I feel like it would be pertinent for them to be on file somewhere. It is going to affect someone's reality in a very real way if fake information is circulated as real. Many people's realities in a detrimental way. And on top of that, I have a lot of plans for my family. I have been through hell in my life. I have been through everything that a person could imagine being through. I have been sick in the hospital. I have been having surgery. I have been wrongfully, arrested for something and then had to sit in a nasty, dirty prison cell until they realized it wasn't me and let me go. I have been beat up by a member of law enforcement. I have been thrown out of my home unlawfully after having a lease agreement in my name. I have been denied a court date after going to the court and petitioning for one or several. And I have been silenced over and over again. I was left in a tent my entire pregnancy with Weston. In a tent to the moment I went into labor, and I walked myself into the hospital. I kept my baby healthy and didn't allow my body to evict him prematurely, as took place with the twins just 6 months prior. This is all on birth control, by the way. So no one knows what's been going on with me because they're not allowing me to share what's been going on with me. And it is fucking terrifying to feel like not only are you being denied justice and boxed in, and your truth is being misconstrued and shared in a way that isn't true, and then you're not allowed to say what is true. I have to just come on here in this generic way and say, well, things are happening and they're super corrupted as per the usual, but I can't tell you what. Like, who am I supposed to tell? No one. And who says I can't tell? I have to listen to this judge under the threat of contempt of court or obstruction of justice. I don't even remember what she called it. And I have to hold all of this stuff in. This is not healthy. Like, what? And when I tell the therapist, I've been seeing the same therapist for like 18 months now or something. And when I tell her what's going on, she literally says, you're not wrong for feeling what you're feeling. Any rational person would feel the exact same stuff. You're not wrong. What do I do with that? As a mother, as a woman, as an adult, what do I do with that? So this is my 4th psychological exam. 4th in like 18 months. They did one at the hospital before I was discharged. They referred Xavier and I to go to a hospital for one. We were there for like 8 hours. It was super and just not good. And they all said that we were fine, that there was nothing wrong with us, I have PTSD and ADHD, and they recommended therapy, but they said there's nothing, no recommendation outside of that. How are they continuing to use that against me? Like, I just don't get it. And it's so sad because it's not just my life. This is me and my children, and I didn't have kids so that someone else could burden the responsibility of raising them. It's just not fair. It's entirely corrupted. It's not fair at all. I don't know anyone who deserves to be treated this way. I most certainly do not deserve to be treated this way. I've been compliant with everything, and I will continue to do so. I will continue to share, periodic updates about my life here for the record. And as soon as this is, out of court, or I have an attorney help me clarify my rights as are clearly stated in the amendments of the Constitution of this country, free speech, I will update more, but I really need some legal advocacy here. There's a lot of corruption going on, and in order for me to get that advocacy, I need money. In addition to that, I need an IT team. And I've asked for this. I thought we already had one. I thought this was already a non-issue. I thought we already had an IT team established while I was in the tent reporting all these things were taking place. I thought that there was literally a play-by-play written that exposes all of the ways that they have harmed me before and corruptly refused me assistance, etc., and so forth. It should be somewhere. I need an IT team immediately to meet with me, to write up a proposal, diagnose, and then write up a proposal for solutions and a budget. And I could start taking it to people who have invested in me in the past, and people who have been helping me. We're going on, 5 years now that they've been permitted under the United States Constitution to come onto my page and post those very offensive and hurtful things. We haven't advanced technologically yet to prevent people from assaulting others on their personal pages where they're using their ability to live stream to save truth and document in search of protection from this unlawful, nefarious abuse that, as you can see with your own eyes, has been going on for now a very long time. That's pretty sick, pretty fucked up. But anyways, I'm here for this second part of the 3rd or 4th eval. And then there was one done also by a friend of the court. I really need a legal team, and for a legal team, I need money, and the same for an IT team. So if you have been an investor in the past, and you can help out again, please help. In addition to that, they've underdrawn my PNC checking account, $900 and $500 overnight while I was asleep. I have called every single day for weeks to get it taken care of. It's always just transfer to one voicemail box, transfer to a different voicemail box. There's no resolution. If you guys can help out, that would be great. So anyways, I hope everyone is having a great go of it. And I would love to, if any one of you is available to look into this, I would love to offer more insight on it on a face-to-face level or a over the phone level. It's just that I'm not allowed to get into the details that I want to share off of the threat that I will be punished if I do. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go take care of the rest of this business as per the usual. I'm a grown-up and I have a successful career behind me. There's nothing wrong with me that prevents me from being a mother. The defense that they're attempting to use, it forces me to be crazy. Otherwise, it doesn't work for them. So And if I'm not crazy by what they're saying, then it makes me their villain. And I'm neither of those two things. I'm literally the sweetest person ever that they have been fucking over and over and over again. And all of you know, and no one fucking has done anything. Or, I'm sorry, it's been resolved, but then, I don't know, someone took a nap and it's starting over again. I really don't know. So, have a great day, guys.